For this activity, we're just going to be working with the window that's already open where it says Algebra Tiles, Factoring, Trinomials. Don't do anything with this left hand menu over here. That'll just get you away from this page, but we want to stick over here. So anyways, in this part of in this activity, we're going to be building on what you did in the previous activity. This time they have a rectangular box that we're going to try to fit these algebra tiles into. Now remember the key, we still have to follow those rules that were in that previous lesson. For example, one of the rules is that only equal length sides may touch. The reason why I mention that is that, let's say if I started setting up my rectangle like this, you can see that yes, it may fit into a rectangle, but it does not follow that rule of only similar dimensions may connect, because now when I plug these in, this yellow block is not the same width as the green block. So what I'm going to actually do, whoops, let's move this. So to fill this rectangular region in, I actually stack it like this. So some of these problems may take you a little while to play around with to try to figure out how to get them to all fit and how to get them all to work within those rules. Again, if you want to turn a tile, we just click that little curved arrow there. It allows us to rotate the tiles. And as you can see, I have now fit all the pieces into this rectangular region. So now if you notice, step 1 has been checked off for me. Arrange all the tiles into a rectangle. Step 2 is to add tiles on the sides to represent the factors. This is what we did not do in the previous lesson, because we're trying to figure out what does this quantity, the 2x squared plus 6x plus 4, which we have the blocks for that we arranged in a rectangle, what does that factor down into? So I want to start to put tiles down on this outside of the table here. Now remember, a block that is x squared, the reason why it's x squared is it has a length of x and a width of x, because x times x would give us x squared. So I want to put an x down here, an x block, and I want to put another one on the side. Now notice how these automatically rotate. So that gives me my x squared blocks in the middle there, the blue ones. But now to figure out what goes here, this has a width of 1 unit. So I'm going to put one of these yellow blocks in here because that's got a width of 1, and this also has a width of 1. Same thing with along the sides here. Now notice as I'm adding blocks to the left side of this table here, notice what's happening is they're putting these numbers into the factored form. Right now it's 2x plus 1 times x plus 2, but they say that that does not equal 2x squared plus 6x plus 4. But now watch what happens when I put this last one in here. It does equal. And so the feedback it gives me is it's correct. So I know that 2x squared plus 6x plus 4 factors down to be 2x plus 2 plus, or times x plus 2. And we are finished. So now what I want you to do is click New. And if you notice, it gives me a brand new problem to work with. And I want you to do this 5 more times set in this medium difficulty. Do not do it in the easy difficulty. If you do that with the easy difficulty, it always has just 1x squared, so I'll be able to tell whether or not you have it on the medium or the hard. So you want to do 5 more problems like this set to be the medium difficulty, and follow the directions in your Moodle assignment to be able to know how to complete that and turn that into me.